Yes, sir, baby. On the radar radio. Yo, special guest in the building. COL3TRANE is in the building. What's up, my brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on?
Chilling. How are you?
I thought you, honestly, I was a little afraid you were just going to start like cursing right away. I felt like a little, because when I told you could curse before Cam started recording, I was like,
fucking fantastic, man.
yeah, exactly. I felt like a little like tension, and I'm like, oh nah, I'm gonna try to start the interview. He's just gonna start cursing right into the
No,
mic.
we're just all about ups and downs and, just like, creating tension and suspense. That's what we're all about here.
How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Happy to be in New York. Happy that my album's just come out.
Yes.
Yeah, feeling good. Feeling good.
How long are you in New York for?
I leave in 2 days.
Okay.
It'll be a week that I've spent here.
I like asking every artist that comes to the UK this, right? Because I feel like it's like a tradition at this point.
Hey,
How
man.
much does this place remind you of home?
Ooh, do you know what? I was in the club the other night, and that was very much reminded me of home.
The club, okay.
Because because I live in LA,
Okay.
and like nobody dances in LA in the clubs. It's all very like stiff and tired, and like the music's always the same. It's always like trap music, and it's all very samey, the club shit in LA. But in London, it's completely different, and I feel like the music and the vibe of the party is similar. That made it feel like home. That was cool. I like that.
Do you remember what club you went to?
I went to a place called Szymanski's.
Wait, you were at Szymanski's? Wait. Time out. When were you at Szymanski?
Saturday night.
Okay, I was there Friday night.
Right.
Okay.
It was bussin'.
No, Szymanski's a good time
Yeah.
too, because it's a two-part. You got like the bar on the left side, like the bar,
Yeah.
and you got like the club on the right side. It's like
Yeah,
a
they
two-side
didn't
thing.
have the right side open, so they just had everyone sardined in the left side, but it was lit. DJs was going crazy. I don't even know who they were. I don't know if you might see this interview. Shout out you. You was going stupid. Played everything, bro. I had a great time.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a good time at a place that I go to a lot too, because like Shimmy is one of those places that's
Shimmy,
like,
I like that.
Shimmy,
That's way
yeah.
better than Szymanski's.
Well, no, because okay, so the bar is called Shimmy,
Okay.
and then the party side is called Szymanski.
It's just a funny name for a place I was not expecting that club to be like that. Szymanski sounds like I don't know, like a Polish deli. Like
No,
it
yeah.
doesn't sound like a club.
It was like, what type of music was it?
Everything, bro.
Oh,
They
everything?
played everything. When I got in there, they were playing like Afro beats.
Okay.
Then they were playing like bashment and dancehall. Then they were playing then they just switched it up and they just started playing. The DJ just stopped and played Love by Keisha Cole, and everyone was just so emotional. It was lit. Then they started playing like more like hip hop shit and played out like a bunch of R&B, and then it was lit, bro.
The
By that
R&B
time, I
parties
was
there are
drunk.
crazy too.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
R&B parties, you probably already got a
I got a
sense
little
of
taste.
You got a little taste of
I got
what
a
like
little taste.
the R&B only parties are like there. And
Yeah.
I'm not a big R&B only party type of person, but
Yeah.
whenever they do it there, I gotta go.
Right.
Because it's just one of those things. Like you said, like everybody actually has like a good time.
I love a good R&B party. It's just vibes.
Yeah.
I love a good R&B party. Actually, the first full R&B party that I went to, I was in Atlanta a couple days ago.
Really?
And it was
Okay.
like full, like just straight R&B the whole night, and it was vibes, everyone was vibes, good vibes. R&B. We like some R&B, don't we?
Good. We definitely like some good R&B. But I'm glad that you're having fun while you're out here.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So that's I actually have never gotten that comparison in New York from a UK artist.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll get like the fashion or like the gloominess. You know what I'm saying? I think when
Right.
I think it was like H and Digga D when they were both here, they both kind of compared like the fashion and like kind of like the weather.
For sure.
Because they kind of came here when it was more wintertime months. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of felt like just like gloomy and despair, and it kind of reminded them of like London.
Nah, for sure. The
that's
energy is very similar.
energy. Yo, it's definitely very similar.
Yeah, I definitely like the energy out here. But yeah.
Well, we on this great album promo tour. Lush
Yeah.
Life out now. Congratulations, my
Thank
brother.
you, brother. Appreciate it.
You're calling this your debut album, right?
Yeah.
Why? So what makes?
Why? That's a good question.
Why? Yeah, why? Because you've had other projects. I mean, it's been a couple years since the last one.
Yeah.
But like, you calling this the debut? What's the reason?
Do you know what? So the only other full length project that I put out in It was 2017 or 2018.
You want me to check for you? I got you right now.
Do it. I think it was the end of 2017.
I always keep the artist's discography up just in case we. Is it for a reason like this? Heroin came out in 2019.
Yeah, Sarina came out, I think, either
2017.
2017,
Boot
yeah.
was 2018.
So those two are
Heroin was
EP. So Boot and Heroin are like shorter. They're like 6 or 7 songs each.
Right.
And Sarina, I think, is 8 songs, which is a bit longer. But Sarina, I didn't feel like that was an album when I put it out. I feel like this day and age, you can be whatever the fuck you want it to be, right?
Right.
I could call it an album and it's an album. I could call it an EP, it's an EP. It doesn't really make a difference, right? But that wasn't an album to me. It didn't have the same like consideration, the same thought process, the same da-da-da-da-da that I wanted for my debut album. Like I've had this idea for a really, really long time, and I always saw this Lush Life. For years, I knew that Lush Life was going to be my debut.
You knew Lush Life, like the name was going to be like the debut. I feel like you kind of get that from the title too, because it's like I told you, it's very much like a vibe. Because I was able to finally truly enjoy it today because of the nice weather. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you need the nice weather to truly get the full vibe of the album. Because when I listen to Into the Rain, like while the rain's pouring outside, like it's still an incredible album, but it hits a little different when the sun's hitting you and you got like the windows down. I was driving with the windows down today because allergies.
Yeah, you said.
but come July, I will drive with the windows down. I will listen to it because my allergies won't be killing me by then.
Right.
But I do feel like you kind of get like the name of it, Lush Life. Really, kind of you get that vibe with the project too. It's very lush. It's very sun. And even like when you look at the album cover too, it's like I get it.
I mean, that's cool. I think.
Or what would your definition be?
I don't know. I mean, I think you could listen to it in the rain too. But I also think that everything's better in the sun, isn't it?
No, you can listen to it in the rain. But I felt like it was for me like the vibe when it was like nice out and whatnot. Like I was able to.
It's easier to enjoy. Easier to.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. No, I feel that for sure. For sure. I mean, I just been waiting to put it out for so long. I've wanted to put it out for so long that I want people to listen to it. It don't fucking matter what the weather is.
Nah, it's an incredible project.
Thank you, man.
So what do you feel like the definition of Lush Life is for you when you were making it?
So Lush Life stands for loving until something hurts.
Okay.
So the album tells a story chronologically of love and falling in love and the ecstasy that comes with that, and subsequently the doubt and uncertainty that comes with that, and ultimately the decision that happens, whether you stay in love or fall out of love, but also it's like quite a universal story. It's not linear. It's not like really a straight line, and it's cyclical. So it repeats and it finishes in a different place, but in a place where it can kind of return to the beginning. So that's kind of the gist of the album.
Is it something you've been going through recently?
No. It's a universal story.
Okay.
I really, really intended the album to be a story that everyone can relate to in some way at some point, because I feel like love is such a universal thing, and it's a thing that like almost everyone, if not everyone, can relate to, and for that small percentage that can't, everyone's yearning for it, and it's something that it sounds fucking corny as fuck, but
you're making a valid point here.
Like what is a life without love is like what is that? What's the point? So I really hope the intention was that that would be a part of this story that would be for everyone. Like this story is for everyone. It's not necessarily just my story,
Right. Do you believe in true love?
Ooh, wow.
Well, you talked about.
It's a big question.
It's part of the project.
No, I just got to think about it. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that question before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, yeah, sure. That's a nice thing to think about.
Do you feel like have you ever experienced something like that?
Oof. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm big on time, and and letting things develop over time and seeing where they go. But a big theme on this album is kind of the ecstasy that comes in the beginning and getting lost in that. So I guess we'll see, man.
Right, definitely getting lost in that is. Have you okay here? Okay, hold on. I just thought of something really funny.
Okay.
Have you ever? I don't want to say dumbest, but like, what's the craziest thing that you've done while getting lost in that ecstasy in the beginning?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that I've done? I just spent like 5 minutes trying to say, this isn't my story. I'm talking about myself. What's the stupidest thing that I've done? Oh man, I've done some really stupid things. I just think
share them all.
No.
Okay, pick one. You gotta pick one.
I just think that I there was a point in my life where I let myself go, and then when I caught myself, I was like, "Yo, what?" But I think that that's the thing that a lot of people have done, you know?
Right.
When people that like lose themselves to someone else, and then there's a point of realization where they're just like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? Who the fuck, like, it's like a looking in the mirror type moment where you're like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? You know? But no, I'm not trying to bait myself out on the radio, bro. Like, what's going on?
I thought you would have been like, oh, I might have spent like a bag on somebody or did this or did that.
I mean, I've done that, like, you know, but
maybe bought someone like a very nice bag after dating for like 2 weeks. Like, I don't know.
No,
I thought you was about to give me something like that.
I'm a sensible guy, bro. I'm good. I'm level-headed.
I respect that. Because, you know, people look at musicians, they gonna be like, oh yeah, he gonna get that bag. He gonna get that bag.
I'm a sensible guy. Got my head on my shoulders.
He said no Birkin bags for you.
Bro, that's a lyric. I hope it ain't a Birkin, bro. It's real. It's on the album. It's got receipts, the whole thing.
And I love like how the album obviously is mostly you, but you also have incredible features on there. You have Lucky Day on there, Flatbush Zombies, Eric the Architect. Like I thought that very, very calmly placed features, and to the point where it's all you, but they complement you in such a perfect way too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. They all spun me, and I would never have had it any other way. I was saying this earlier, like the features on this album, like everyone came so correct and did such an amazing job. I'm really blessed. Break
it down how you first got everybody on the project, like how y'all first, you know.
So made that
happen.
Me and Lucky, I met on his birthday, actually.
Really? Okay.
Like a couple years ago, we were in the studio. We was like supposed to just get in the studio, and then I seen on Instagram it was his birthday, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker ain't coming to the studio. Like I seen on like Instagram like him like with a bunch of balloons and a bunch of bottles. I was like, this motherfucker ain't coming to the studio, and I was at the studio. I was like an hour late. I seen that. I was like, nah, he ain't coming. Half hour later, he pulls up. I'm like, bro, you really here on your birthday? He's like, yeah, let's get it. First day we met, we wrote that song. Worked on it a lot. I worked on that song a lot, and then ended up taking it back to the first person that I worked on it with, Camper, an amazing producer. Shout out Camp, the guy. And we finished it together, and it is what you see now. And yeah, I really love that song, especially the bridge in that song. It's like hits me on my chest.
It's tough.
Thank you. And with the Zombies, like I've known Eric for like maybe at least 4 years now. They're really like family to me. Like they've always like all of them guys, the Zombies, Pro Era guys, that always show me so much love. Whether it's like in London or in Brooklyn or even in LA, because they are in LA now. It's been love, like, and that's crazy because like I really grew up listening to their music as well.
Really?
Yeah, like I remember the first like ever UK US rap collaboration I ever heard was the Skepta Flatbush Zombies tune, Red Eye to Paris. And I tell Eric this all the time, bro. I tell him this all the time. Like I remember sitting on the bus on the way to school, listening to that song, being like, "This shit is crazy." And he's like, "Yeah, bro." And he's told me about like all of the da 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 da, like how they made it and da 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 da. But yeah, it's a beautiful full circle moment for me to have. Because me and Eric have so much music together. Me and Meech have a bunch of music coming out too, and I got a couple joints with Juice too. But to have all of them in my world, on my sound, is really special to me. Yeah.
I love. We also talked about Nick Caution, and you mentioned the Pro Era, because Nick was on my show about like a couple weeks ago. I thought that was so cool because I wouldn't like, obviously, you know, Flatbush is on the project, but I wouldn't have made the Nick Caution connection immediately.
Yeah, man, I met all of those, like through Ellington, who's a friend of Eric's. I met all of those guys. And like Brooklyn's just all of these guys have always shown me so much love, and like the love's like of course reciprocated.
Right.
Yeah, like Nick's cool. We did Red Rocks together. I came out with the Zombies at Red Rocks a couple months ago.
He was telling me about that show.
Shit was so crazy. At the end of the show, like at the end of Nick's show, he fucking ran out into the crowd.
He told me,
ran up the stairs and ran. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like jumping up and down and shit.
He told me he was confused because it's just like the venue. It's not like a regular hip hop show where there's like the pit.
No, it's up.
Yeah,
bro. It's crazy. Yeah. Like everyone's just up there. It's mad. Like when I came out on stage, it was just. So like, and it's like 10,000 people, bro.
And I've never seen that venue until he mentioned it to me. And when I looked it up, I was like, yo, I want to go to a show here. I'm like, this shit looks incredible.
It's beautiful.
Because it's all natural, right? For the most part?
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, it looks, at least it looks natural. You know what I'm saying?
It's all like, I have no idea, bro.
It's in like the mountain, it's in like a cliff, some shit.
It's like it's in, it's like Denver. We flew into Denver. It's like an hour outside of Denver. But like, I remember seeing this venue growing up and being like, yo, I want to perform there. And then I spoke to Eric. Eric was like, yo, come. Like, what do you mean? So I popped out. It was crazy. It's a really fun experience.
That's so dope.
Yeah, man.
Why also did you decide to take like, I guess, this big of a gap between projects too? Like, what was going on with that?
The pandemic.
Well, pandemic, but
no, I mean, I put out. So I had a whole label situation that I had to deal with, which in 2020, I had a whole label situation and a whole pandemic that I had to deal with.
You had a full plate.
Yeah, I had a full plate in 2021, and I was inside the whole time, so having to deal with that was interesting. But yeah, so I had to get one. I had to make the album first of all. Two, I had to deal with this label type situation. Three, I wanted the world to be open when it would come out. But yeah, first and foremost, I had to make it. I dropped a bunch of singles and stuff in 2020 and in 2021, and just kind of like figuring everything out. But like on the back burner, I just been working on this album for a really long time, for like 3 years, just trying to get it like exactly how I envisioned it.
And it is exactly how you envisioned it.
Yeah, I guess, like, yeah.
You're a crazy perfectionist. I
definitely a perfectionist. I think that like it's not at all how I envisioned it when I like started it, but like that's a part of it, you know.
Right.
It's a part of like making something, you know, like the creative process is like understanding that by the end it's not going to be exactly what you thought it was going to be at the beginning for me. But I'm proud of it. So that's what really,
because things are always going to end up growing and changing over time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
like even like what you
so
like
much.
and what you don't like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it changed so much. I was even looking through my phone earlier, just looking at like we had this whiteboard. We were working on the album, and like every day I would just write everything on the whiteboard and then just rub it all out. And like I would take pictures of it like often, and just like things that we had to do or just ideas and da. And I was looking at the pictures that I have on my phone of the whiteboard, like, wow, we really were gonna do this, like, oh, we were gonna do that, and things that we just didn't end up doing, which was really interesting to me in hindsight.
Was there something that that was on those whiteboards that you wish you also included on the project, like one specific thing?
It was like maybe one song that I wish was on there that for the life of me I can't figure out. It's the whole thing with. I'm long to explain, but it's just like a song that I wanted to put on there, but for some bullshit reasons I can't. But that's about it, really. Right. I think that I feel like I did everything that I set out to do. which yeah, I wouldn't have put it out if I didn't, because you know this is like my baby, this album,
Right.
So yeah,
And you partnered with United Masters for this, correct?
I did. Yes.
Dope. Why United Masters?
Well, as I said, I had a pretty fucking terrible label situation, and then when I decided to become independent, me and my manager talked about it. We talked, well, when I got out of this label situation, me and my manager talked about it. We were like, you know, talking about finding another label, a different situation, like a better situation. And then we were like, well, we're already here now. We've got half an album. We've got this, like, you know, this much of a platform. We've got da-da-da-da-da. Why don't we just try and do, like, you know, do more of it ourselves? And so we did, but didn't really end up doing a lot of it ourselves because United Masters have been like so helpful, and like really like almost operating as a label without actually being a label. So I still own all of my masters.
Right.
Still like, you know, still have like complete control over everything that I want to do, but have like this great support.
That's beautiful.
Thing around me, which is great, which is like everything that I wanted. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I love that for I love that for you. It's always good to be in like that good place now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I really got put through the ringer with it. Like I was not in a good situation for not that long. Like I'm only like 23, but like still like for what felt like a really long time. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
Incredible. Do we have a tour coming up?
We do. Thank you for reminding me.
I was like, the Baby's All Right show.
Yeah.
June, it's coming.
Yeah, man. We got one show in London on June 3rd. We got one show in Brooklyn at Baby's All Right on June 21st.
June 21st?
June 21st.
June 21st.
I'm like looking at my manager like, is it June 21st?
Is it June?
And then on June 18th, we got a show in LA. So pull up.
Fire.
Pull up on me.
How long you been out in LA now?
Like I've been going to LA for like a long time, for like 5 years, like since I started making music.
I was gonna say like how long you live there now, right?
I lived there. I lived there for like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you like the move? Every now and then. It has its moments.
It has its moments, yeah. It has its moments where it shines, and it has its moments where it's like, what the fuck is this place, you know? It's a fever dream. That's the way that I describe it.
That's what I feel like everybody who like moves there and like, well, if they're from New York or if they're from, you know, somewhere on this side,
yeah,
they'll say that. They'll be like, yeah, it's cool for a little bit. And
it's a fever dream.
Yeah.
That's like the only way that's the best way that I can describe it. It just feels like, you know, like when you sick and you like hallucinate and like it's just like nothing's like real. That's what LA feels like, at least to me.
They always tell me it's a lot slower than like New York, and I don't know if I could do slower. That's my.
People do one thing a day. People will be like, "Oh, I'm going to the gym today," and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Or they'll be like, "Oh, like I've got a session," and like that's the only thing that they'll do.
It must be nice.
I mean, it's cool.
It must be nice.
It's cool.
It's cool, but it's not.
Do you know what? I was watching Snowfall. You seen Snowfall?
I haven't seen Snowfall.
I was watching Snowfall the other day, and the guy said, "New York's a city that never sleeps, but LA is a city that sleeps in." I love that.
Wow,
I thought that was great.
I feel like I haven't been, but like I feel like that's very accurate based off what people tell me.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a city that sleeps in for sure.
I peeped that you've been a big fan of Future's new album, correct?
Yeah, man.
I saw
that shit is hard.
I found the tweet. It was like, oh, if you're sad, listen to Future's album. I was like,
that's a fact.
I was like, yo, bro, I was definitely sad the other day, and I definitely put that shit on the drive home.
And I felt way better.
I felt 10 times
way better. And then I was like mid like trying to promote my album, but I was like, bro, I have to. Everyone was like, yeah, or you can listen to my shit. Like, meh.
Posting Future's album on your story instead of your album is crazy. I hope you know that. Being like, yo, I got an album out right now, but look, man.
I'm not even like
massaging me, bro. What?
I'm not even fanning out like that. I just listened to it. I was like, yo, like this shit is fire. Like, and I was like, I don't know. I think I was like tired, bro. I've been traveling so much this week, so I was like, just needed some like, you know. Just needed that.
You need like that little extra.
Just like something, you know. I needed like a kick in the back.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's.
I peeped. Also, you were tweeting about like the Logan Paul song, right?
Yeah.
And you said you would explain it one day.
Yeah.
So explain it.
I mean, I've explained it a couple times now. I think that people. No, I'll explain it again. Don't worry, I'll do it again because I feel like it kind of is. People are a bit confused, so I don't mind explaining it.
Okay.
So I wrote, like when I dropped it, bro. People were so confused. People were like, "Oh, like, is it a diss track? Like, is it like a is it a feature?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's like none of those things.
Well, if Logan Paul just popped on your song, I'd be like, wow.
I think it would be really confusing. People would be like, really what's going on? Like,
if you peed in the video, I would have been like, all right, well, but
that would have been funny. But nah, it was, so I wrote this song about the time that I went to a party at Logan Paul's house.
Dope.
Yeah. And I think that like, if you know that, the song makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it's just like the time I went to a party at Logan Paul's house, and like I was saying, LA is like a fever dream. Nothing felt real. It's like, you know, and then the lyrics like, speak for themselves. It's like, do they party when I'm not around? Is this house always upside down? I saw you pop a Percocet with a porn star, took it to the head like a crown. And it's like, I actually really saw that. Like, I literally saw that happen. Do they party when I'm not around? Is this house always upside down? I saw you whining on a kid with a face tat and he couldn't even manage a smile. Like, I literally saw that happen. And then I put it in a song.
Did you stay at the
I did actually had a really good
okay, because from the song it sounds like you're just watching all this go down and you're just like
it was weird.
Not looking at it in disgust, but like, what's going on here?
That's exactly what it was, but I just got really drunk, bro. Free drinks and shit. I had a good time.
Shit, no one, hey, I don't know anybody who would ever say no to free drinks.
Do you feel me? Like, I had a good time. And you know, it was so far away. It was in like deep Calabasas. So it was like, I'm here now. I can't really leave. And you know, you had to get a bus. They drove you to like the address where you go to the party was like a parking lot. And then they took like a shuttle bus up to the house. So like no one had the address for that type shit. So no one had the address for the house. You see what I'm saying? So like, I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like there's nowhere I can go.
You can't call an Uber.
I mean, nah, like I'm there. And also it was probably like a Friday night. It was like, I'm out here now. Like, I don't even know why. I've learned my lesson. Like, I don't go to shit like that.
Nah, a bus to the party is kind of like, not crazy, but like.
It's crazy. As you would say out here, it's OD.
It's fucking D. But wait, like, did they take your phone? Like, you can't just like Google Maps your phone?
I'm not going to a party where they take my phone.
Okay, so like then you could kind of know what the address is. Because like if you pop out your phone, you put it on Google Maps, it's just kind of.
But it was like
right
deep, like it was probably in like a gated community type shit. I was by the end of it, it was dark. I was drunk. I don't know what was going on. I think I actually don't know. I can't remember.
Well, you made it here today, so that means
I did get home.
He did get home. He's here with me today.
Yeah. No, but it was cool, man. It was a funny experience, that party. I mean, if nothing else, I got a song out of it.
he got to get a little drunk.
Yeah,
and a great song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a song out of it, and yeah, it was lit.
And a great song.
Thanks, man.
Well, man, congratulations on the project. It's incredible. I'm very excited to see what it does. I'm very excited to see you go on tour, and I'm very excited to pop out at Baby's All Right and see you perform, because I'm sure that show is going to be absolutely insane.
Thank you, brother.
We're gonna have you perform a little something here today, so that might already be out by the time y'all watching this. Do you know what song you want to perform today?
Ooh, I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure it out.
About it.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
He's gonna think about it.
Yeah.
But before we sign off, let the people know they can follow you. Anything else you want to let them know? This is your. Oh, that's your camera.
That's me right there.
All in the corner. Yes.
Hello. I haven't even looked at this camera. What's up? My name is COL3TRANE. My debut album, Lush Life, is out right now. Go and check it out anywhere, any and everywhere that you listen to music. You can go and find it. Love.
Go bump it. Go show them some love. Support is free. Love is free. The album, it's not free, but you can stream it.
You can. It's basically free.
It's basically free. But make sure you go follow them. Go show them some love. Like I said, the support and the love is free. And until next time, COL3TRANE on the radar. My guy. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.